Kaiji has many debts. He plays the game risking his life to pay off his debts. Hey guys, welcome back to the movie summary. Beginning of the movie, we see a boy named Kaiji. He works in a store. All his salary money is spent on buying lottery tickets. Now Kaiji is in a lot of trouble financially. He got a lot of debt. One day Kaiji was walking on the road. Just then two unknown men come and grab Kaiji. Later he is taken to a girl named Endo. Endo tells Kaiji that your friend took a loan from us. Now he is nowhere to be found. It says that you have to pay all that money. Actually Kaiji friend borrowed money from Endo. Then Kaiji signed the surety. So Endo asks Kaiji to pay. The total loan he took was 2 million yen including interest. Kaiji is shocked to hear this. He tells her that I am already in debt. How can I give you money? Endo gives him a suggestion for that. She tells him about a gambling ship. If you win there, you will get a lot of money. You can pay off your debt with it. And you also can live comfortably. Kaiji says okay to that. Then he goes into that ship. The guards in it take Kaiji into a big room. There will be many. Actually they all came here to win money like Kaiji. What they don't know is that if they loses this game, they will be tortured a lot. Just then a man named Tony comes there and explains the game. After that they are given a badge with 3 stars and an envelope. 1 star is worth 1 million. There are 12 cards in that envelope. They have to play the Caesar paper rock game, using 12 cards within 30 minutes. Whoever has less stars at the end of the game loses. Then all those people will look for their opponents. A man named Funai approaches Kaiji. He tells Kaiji that we should draw each round together. Then our 3 stars will be with us. So we both can win. Kaiji likes the Funai plan. Then they both start playing the game. After 3 rounds, Funai cheats Kaiji and takes the 2 stars that Kaiji has. Now Kaiji has only 1 star. Unable to bear all this, Kaiji beats Funai. Funai then tells everyone that Kaiji only has the scissor card left. Then Kaiji also says that Funai only has the rock card left. Everyone present will understand what cards they have. Then there is confusion among all present. Then Funai tells them, let's share all the cards we have. They say okay to that. They give him all the cards they have. Kaiji sees a man named Hida who is disabled. He says let's play a game together. Hida says okay to that. Then both of them give their cards to Funai. Funai distributes cards to everyone. Funai gives Kaiji his card again. Because Funai wants to win the game. Funai asks Kaiji that can we play the game. Kaiji agrees to that. But you have to bet your 3 stars. Hida and I have 3 stars together. We will bet them. Funai says okay to that. Then they play a game. Funai puts his rock card. He thinks he won that game. But Kaiji puts the paper card there and defeats Funai. Kaiji already knows that Funai cheats. So he exchanges his card with Hida card. So Funai's 3 stars are lost. Later the guards come there and take away the Funai. Hida has a scissor card. So the guards decide that he is defeated. They also take him from there. Seeing all this, Kaiji is very sad. Kaiji goes with Hida and saying to guards that I also lost the game. Later the guards take them both into a dark room. There they put a stamp on their body. Later they are sent to work in mines. They were paid very small amount for working in the mine all day. Kaiji used that money to drink beer. In case of fever, they have to pay their own money for the treatment. They used to open a small store there on the day of giving salary. Therefore, when the salary came, all the people there used to drink beer and spend all the money. Seeing all this, Kaiji realizes that he cannot go out whether he earns money or not. There they are imprisoned for up to 14 years. Many people fell ill due to toxic gases released in the mine. One day the doctor asks Kaiji if he wants to get out of here. Kaiji says yes to that. Then he says you should play Brave Man Road game. Kaiji and some other people tell the guards that they will play the game. The guards then blindfold everyone and take them to the top of a large building. That's where they have to play the game. Tony comes there and gives them all a 10 million check. Whoever wins this game will get this amount. Their task is to reach from one building to another building. There is a thin iron bridge between the 2 buildings. They should walk on it. They shouldn't put their hands on the bridge while walking. Because high voltage power is passing on that bridge. If they touch it, they will die. VIPs are seated in the opposite building. Endo will serve them. All these VIPs come here to enjoy this game. Moments later, Kaiji and his companions are walking on the bridge. That's when the weather changes. Then the winds blow. Hence a person loses balance and falls down. Seeing him, some people also lost their balance and fell down and died. A man gets scared and grabs the bridge. Hence he gets electrocuted and dies. VIPs in another building are enjoying their deaths. Now Kaiji, Hida and Sahara are left on this bridge. It will rain heavily. Hida says I can't walk with Kaiji. He gives the check he has to Kaiji and says give this money to my daughter. Hida then falls down. Kaiji and Sahara somehow cross that bridge. Then they will be very happy. They open the door. As the door opened rapidly, Sahara fell down and died. In the end, Kaiji wins the game. He asks them to pay the 2 checks he has. For that they told him, we will give you only 1 check money. Also says if we remove your debt from your prize money, you will get only 70,000. Then he realizes that they are all cheating. Meanwhile, the head of this organization comes there. He tells Kaiji that if you want more money, you can play a card game with Tony. Kaiji says okay to play that game. There are 2 sets of cards in this game. Each set contains 5 cards. A set contains 4 citizen and 1 emperor card. Another set consists of 4 citizen and 1 slave card. The person who takes the slave card set has to start the game first. There are some rules in this game. That is, a citizen card can draw another citizen card. A citizen card can defeat a slave card. Emperor card can defeat citizen card. A slave card can defeat an emperor card. Whoever takes the slave card set and wins the game, they can get 10 times more money than the prize money they won. Kaiji takes the slave card set. Then the game starts. In the first 2 rounds, 2 citizen cards will be drawn. In the 3rd round, Kaiji put the slave card on the table. Tony understands this. Then he takes out the citizen card. Therefore Kaiji loses. Kaiji wonders how Tony knew he took out the slave card. To that Tony says I can look at the opponent's face and guess what card they have taken out. Now Tony very sad and angry. That's when Tony boss gives Kaiji a loan of 4 million from Endo. Again they both play the game. Even now Kaiji loses. So the guards take him to the mine. Kaiji wonders how Tony understood his game. Then he will understand the whole thing. Actually when Kaiji first got into mining, a chip was inserted into his shoulder. That chip shows the heart rate. That chip is connected to Tony's watch. Whenever Kaiji makes a risky decision, his heart rate increases. Tony won the game by watching his heart rate. Now Kaiji understood how to play the game. He asks Endo to lend him 50 million. Then they are ready to play the game again. Kaiji bangs his head against a mirror before the game starts. Hence his heart rate increases. Now Tony can't cheat him. Kaiji places the slave and citizen cards on his table. Then he intentionally pours blood on cards. He acts as if he is cleaning the blood and puts some blood stain on them. First 3 rounds will be drawn. Kaiji then puts the blood-stained card on the table. Then Tony thinks that card is a slave card. But Tony gets suspicious of Kaiji. Tony thinks that Kaiji put the citizen card with blood stain on it. Then Tony placed the emperor card. Tony doesn't know that Kaiji placed the slave card. Kaiji confuses Tony with his strategy. Kaiji shows the card. It is a slave card. Then Tony loses. Therefore Kaiji wins 500 million prize money. Later Kaiji goes to a restaurant with Endo. There he gives 300 million to Endo. Kaiji drinks and unconscious. Actually Endo mixed the anesthetic in his drink. Kaiji is outside when he regains consciousness. He has a letter in his hand. In that, the money you took from me is 30% interest every 10 minutes. So now you will get only 2.8 million. In the next scene we see Hida's daughter. She works in a bar. She receives a parcel. There is money in it. Kaiji sends the money to her. Even if he has no money now, he will be happy. Because he has no debt now. This is how this movie ends. 99% people watch my videos without subscribing. I am working hard to make these videos. My humble request to subscribe my channel to grow.